Hello guys here and welcome to a new format, the Vault Show. And in these videos here we're gonna open our vaults every week, because a lot of people on Twitch have been asking me, Chris, why don't you just do weekly vaults opening, and we would love to see what you get in your vault every week, and it will be fun and stuff. And I thought to myself, oh, that's boring and a lot of work for not a whole lot of like fun content that only a few people are gonna watch. So we are gonna do something else and different. So we are gonna go over and look at Tell Yes Never Tell, and we're gonna yoink part of the weekly reset and do some news while we open vaults, and therefore the Vault Show. So weekly news on Wednesdays here that we're gonna try to do, and hopefully that will give me something to upload, something for you to watch, and a reason for me to get up early Wednesday morning so I can do this here before I have to stream, which is in 2 hours, according to my Bear Arm watch. And right into it here. Buffs and nerfs. There's been a lot of changes here in tuning and bug fixes. Most notably for a lot of the casual players, there has been changes coming to the celebration event for the 20th anniversary. And now the grind is a lot less to get your tier 2 remake sets. I've already gotten my Bloodfang. And awesome. That is lovely. We want tier 2 sets, and you'll get your achievements so you can get them repeatedly a bit quicker as well. So basically they've almost 5x the drop rate of a lot of the drop sources. For example, Queen Anseric on any difficulty now give 15 tokens. That's a lot. So if you kill Queen Anseric 4 weeks in a row, you'll get 15 tokens times 4, which is 60, and you'll get your first tier 2 piece. So you're not actually like forced to farm a lot of the stuff that you don't want to necessarily to get your tier 2 remakes, which is nice. And those who really want to grind it out can grind out the 480 tokens it takes to get them. Everything a lot quicker, and not having to like do every fucking weekly event every week until the event is over. So that is really nice. Then we have some nerfs coming to Challenger's Peril affix. So the affix that happens whenever you hit a 7+ key or higher, where you'll suddenly get chopped 15 seconds off your timer for dying instead of 5, which has been overwhelming and hard for a lot of people. Going by Twitter, I saw a lot of people just go like, what a band-aid solution to a shit affix. A lot of people were really, really happy to see some of this being nerfed or alleviated a bit, and a lot of people raised a lot of frustrations about the affix causing a lot of toxicity and a steep learning curve for players. In order to get into those. So like, we're not seeing the whole difficulty needed for the lower keys in order to like learn how to avoid the thing. So you get into a +7 and then you're like have like a learning curve or like a big jump to get over in order to like learn how to play those keys and not die as much. Because ideally, personally, I think it's a great idea that deaths is more punishing. I also can see a lot of the community feedback that a lot of people have thought that is a lot punishment, but especially for really high keys, I feel it's a good thing. They have nerfed it by giving a additional 90 seconds on the timer, so you're essentially getting 6 free deaths, which is like 1 oopsie doopsie and a full wipe. So you can take that as you want. Personally, I feel like a lot of keys are going to be a lot easier for a lot of people that are really skilled in mechanics now, which is being rewarded, which is the thing the affix is supposed to do. However, I don't think it's going to solve the toxicity issue. Like, I think keys also always going to be toxic, no matter what. And if you're looking for people that aren't toxic to play with, then just stop by the Discord or the live stream. We are doing a lot of community events and have a lot of people to play with that isn't toxic. We're pretty chill and having a lot of fun, which is the most important part for us over there. Once you've done that, then you can feast your eyes on the buffs and the nerfs and the buffs and the nerfs. Holy shit, there's been a lot of stuff here. Estimated class changes are massive. Nerfs are hitting the LA Shamans, especially, and the Enhancement Shamans, and the Beastmaster Hunter. Holy Paladins are getting a little bit less mana. LA Shamans are seeing up to 90% nerf overall and single target if they actually fix the sentence buff. Not buff. Don't buff shamans anymore. It's fine. We'll hopefully have them in a line here. And buffs are going out to the Arms Warrior, Destrolux, and Fury Warriors. We're seeing 7 to 10% buff. And then we are seeing buffs on Demolux, Boomies, Blood Decays, and Mistweaver Monk, Afflilux, and a little bit to Prot Warriors. So around 2 to 5% for those. Also, yeah, I'm looking at my notes. I'll get better at this here. This is the first time we're trying it out, see how it works. Oh dear, rogues. Our Asa rogues has been nerfed. They nerfed Master SS. They actually realized how OP that talent was when you get like 12 seconds for every stealth or every vanish uptime on Master Assassin. So, which was actually funny because like a lot of the people commented on my guide that you shouldn't play that talent, but now it's apparently nerfed. So maybe you will not. I'll do a part 2 to the guides for those here, and we'll also cover the other build that a lot of higher rogues are playing, which is more single target focused because they're playing in a comp with a lot of AoE damage. So we'll cover both. Some of the changes. I'll add some corrections to the guide as well, so everyone can be happy. Yes, if you want to see that, then don't forget to subscribe, or if you want to see the next episode of this video here. So some of the warrior tuning immediately got corrected. So they, after they set out, we're buffing warriors, and they're like, no, we are not buffing them as much. So instead of execute damage being 10%, it is now 7% buff, and Mortal Strike was 30%. They are correcting it to 15%. So not as much extra damage here for the warriors. Again, there's a lot of class tunings and a lot of specifics. I'm not going to go over everything because it's going to be a lot. I covered some of the most drastic ones and the ones close to my community, and I'll leave the links to all the sources and the information here below the video here. Another nerf coming out is not to the players, but is to Queen Ansaric. She is getting a nerf on Heroic, which raises the question, will it be enough? She has been like quite a difficulty step up for a lot of players. Like most of the Heroic raid, you'll go through one shot and will be stuck on hours for Queen Ansaric, and it has led to a lot of toxicity and a lot of like weird comps in Queen Ansaric. Personally, I've seen a lot of the 226. We go with 10 players, no, not that many players, not that many fails, and hopefully it will be fine. I guess the whole less people, less mistakes, therefore easier is kind of wrong in my opinion. The more people you have, the more rooms you have for mistakes as well, and the more room you have for buffs, and you get more buffs. And like generally, I find it easier to play with a larger group. But it might also be easier if you just want a quick kill to find a group of 10 people that have achievement or have curve, and you don't have to like check everybody's logs and to see if they actually bought a boost. Because that is one thing that I've seen. I've seen like up to like 35, 40 percentiles on some spec that did less than 100k DPS on Queen Ansaric. So hopefully this will solve a lot of the everybody has to buy boosts in order to play the game, and then they can't play the game because they didn't learn the fight. Oh, it's a shit show. Good with a nerf. It will be the wet blades, so there will be less wet blades. Hopefully this will make it a lot easier to dodge. There were also a lot of stuff all over the place. And Silken Tomb, first cast in the final cycle, has been removed on Heroic. So with a third one, I assume this will be the third one. I haven't actually played the encounter yet. I assume this will be the third one. So we don't have like the two back to back. And web players have been adjusted to accommodate the removal of preceding Silken Tomb. So we have a bit more time to remove the Silken Tomb before we get slammed by web blades. And Grasping says periodic damage is reduced by 25%, and in phase 2 we have reduced the damage of Gloom Blast by 15%. This here will make it a lot more viable for people to actually play the fight, because the fight was a lot like you don't actually need a lot of healers, you just need people who don't get hit by things, which is actually difficult on the fight. Compared to a lot of other end bosses. Even Kill Jaden Heroic back in the days. Like, there was a lot of assignment, there was a lot of sorting out and having people sort the right things. But, like, actually, once you, like, sort out everything and have people, like, trying to do the mechanics, like, actually, like, the movement of the fights has actually been difficult. So, now to the fun part. We are going to open our vault. Which, sadly, I've already done. So, please watch this reenactment This is the weekly wall. I'm gonna RP walk over it for luck. Let's see. Close eyes. Open. Wow. We actually got a Mythic spyglass. Yay! You can't see it here, but like, trust me, that's a Mythic spyglass. I'll move it here. Way, Mythic spyglass. Woo! Buggers! Yeah, so we'll open that and I'll talk about like some of the options I had. The rest was pretty crap. I actually, or except that I got a really good neck for single target, but like it's not my highest priority right now. So spyglass it is. Yes, and we'll hop back to the first scene here. So, one of the other things we discovered here is that portals were a bit broken, and there were a few bugs here in the start, but that is what you can expect, like, going into a new weekly reset with a lot of stuff. Part 2 of the Rogue video is also coming out, so hopefully you'll like that and enjoy. And, yeah, hopefully I'll see you again for another Vault show here in the coming week. So don't forget to comment on what you thought of the changes. Were there any updates that I missed that you would really have liked to see? And subscribe for the Vault show. I will also continue making guides and other World of Warcraft content as well here onto YouTube. But it's something so we can keep the ball rolling. And hopefully I have a reason to get up in the morning. So hopefully you enjoyed. See you in the next one.